show you the time of your life. I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. I wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. I've been waiting on the sidelines, praying for the right time to let you know you're all I ever wanted and more. I wanna level out, order something and stay in. Put a record on, let's hide the phones and make believe the world don't exist. Let's pull up ties and take a trip to someplace new. I don't care where, as long as I have you. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. My love for you is insane, but I wouldn't change a thing unless you wanted me to. I'd do anything for you. Waking up next to you is all I ever want to do. Baby, we can last forever. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. And my love for you is insane, but I wouldn't change a thing unless you wanted me to. I'd do anything. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now.
What is
My
going
love
on,
for you is
guys?
insane, but I
Turn
wouldn't change a
the audio off here. Yeah, now that's better. What is going on to the three guys that are starting on the stream? Big shout out to you guys for joining on early. You know, benefit in that. So, do appreciate it. We're going to do a little bit of farming this evening, I guess, because I don't really know what else to do. So, yeah. Why is that showing the wrong screen again? I don't know why it does this. Display capture. Properties. Display one. Primary monitor. Boom. There we go. Now we can play some farming simulator. Okay. I kind of overloaded the truck just a wee bit, but you know what? It's fine. It's a kidney that will pull it just fine. Now this turn, on the other hand, we will see about this. Oh, we'll pass it with flying colors. Poor mailbox. It's just in a bad spot. So right now what we have set is you have to unload this truck of, whoops, hay, Excuse me. And then we got to... This might be a pain with the telehandler. Then we need to go feed the cows the morning feed, because they're already out from the yesterday when we fed. So yeah. So we will do that. Decided square bales for like this one time just to like use square bales, and honestly those will probably be around for like 3 seasons on here because I have so many round bales that it's like not even funny. So there's probably like another 30 more round bales sitting in a field, so you know, we'll just rolling in the hay here, I guess would be the term. So I'm hoping these don't just all come tumbling off of here once I unstrap it. I hope not, because that sucks. Holding steady for right now, so we will see once we start actually unloading if they will stay on or not. So these ones that are on top are actually going to go to the side till they can get like 3 tall, and then we will stack them. But the ones that are already 3 tall, we'll just go ahead and run those into the barn. Hey, there they go, timber. That is why, kids, you don't stack them 3 wide and 3 high. Because now I gotta go mess with the stupid bale physics for hours to get those picked back up. So stack those there. Not even live in the Discord. I'll switch it if I feel like it, I guess. Just one of those nights, you know. Just going with the flow kinda for tonight. So yeah, I probably won't go much longer than 2 hours, to be honest. So, you know, tomorrow's Monday. It's always fun to be Monday, so hopefully y'all have had a fairly productive weekend. I would say I have, but I honestly haven't really done much other than schoolwork and random mods. So the TD100 has been sent back to Giants to correct the 2 issues it had, which was for some reason the normal map got selected for the basket, and then the mod icon had no shadows. But other than that, they have been sent back and will join the testing list. Last time I seen it was like 82 mods, and it was like sitting at 2 days. Guarantee you that number has went up over the weekend, but yeah. So hopefully that will do good this next go around here and get that going, and then once that gets done, I know how to set up the TD190 so I can start redoing the frame on that and sending it in. That's the reason it's not going, is the frame is just in rough shape. So I just figured, you know, why send it if I'm automatically gonna have to redo it. So well, I had to explain that to Giants too. They didn't realize why I dropped one. So but yeah, so we're gonna just make it better. Believe it or not, my modding skills in Blender have actually got better since I started that tether pack. So I'm really hoping that the TD190 will be a lot better looking whenever I'm done with it this time. Because I'll be honest, it has some weird spots on it. So, howdy trucker 99, I am doing fairly well, you know, just streaming. Spent like 8 hours working on gates this morning to only come to the assumption that you can only have one gate per fence type. So I was gonna say, this isn't my map, but you know, this is large H. Oh yeah, those up there. Yeah, I've done a little editing myself a little bit, as you can tell. Don't know what's going on here. That's strange. Yeah, no, I did a little editing myself to make it. But no. No, this is not my map. My map is not this nice. So, it's getting there. It's just not that nice yet. I finally figured out how to put roads on it the other day, and that was a big accomplishment for it sitting for 2 or 3 months without me even opening it. So, I need to get it finished so then I can set Mace Plus up on it how I want it, and that will be fairly awesome because I have some really neat ideas I want to try to implement, but we'll see. Maze Plus guys aren't big on people using their assets in a map, so yeah, it's easy to get confusing between large H and lazy E. You know, it happens. You're not the first, and I guarantee you won't be the last. So, and it only makes things worse that way. Like, we actually like work with each other. So, save those to distribute those after we stack everything else. Yes, you are correct. You cannot rush quality. So. You're talking like, kind of, like a truck that like has a loader on it, or just, I don't do squares very often. I am running relight, Cody. I have reshade that's like possible for me to use, but like I click active to the top, you can see I don't have anything on. So I'm just using reshade, and I just went in and edited the color values to what I felt like I liked. So that's what I'm using anyway. Or relight. So I think I said reshade. I don't know. There's so many. But I guess you could, but it doesn't like impact gameplay, so I wouldn't necessarily really call it shaders. It basically just changes the color of the environment, so it makes it fairly easy to make it. Then if I need to change it, I can change it within game and just reload it, and it works perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't really use, like I said, I don't really use square bales a whole lot. The only reason I did this was I was tired of them rolling down the hill. Because I already had enough square bales, to be honest, or round bales, so these are probably going to sit. But if you want to, you can send it my way. I can see what it's about and stuff like that. Not going to complain to try out a mod or two, so. Gosh dang it, I am just not. I do so much better with round bales than I do square bales. I'm always flipping square bales, and it's frustrating. Haha. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few things that you notice that are a little wonky on them. Even just from my experience, what little I've been around a Vermeer baler, because we run pretty much all deer when it comes to baling. Kind of pains me, I ain't gonna lie. So that's why I edited the the 560. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 468. It's not a 468. To do the 5x6 bales, because see, I need 5x6s. I'm tired of these small ones, so. At least the plus about square bales is it's simple to stack them. That's the plus, I guess. Because they don't take up near as much space as a bunch of round bales do. Credit, there's a lot of hay right there though. Each one of these bales is 11.5. Each one of those is 8, so yeah. We don't go small on our round bales, so size is fairly correct for the density of it. And whoa, that could have been bad. Very slowly raise those up because they are not hooked to those other teeth. That was a lucky bounce right there. Yeah, they do roll a lot, so I have to be careful. Like, I've switched what fields I actually have that I do hay on to try to stop them from rolling away so much. Try to get some flatter fields on hay. Like, depending on it, this cornfield that's over here, it might switch to hay next year. It's because it's relatively flat, so it's close to the farm. When you do 2 or 3 cuttings every year from hay, then yeah, I don't really want to try to convert a map. I thought about doing or trying Medicine Creek, but because I love that map in 19 so much, but I don't have the skills to convert it over somewhat quickly, so we're gonna work on mine and then try to make a decent version of Ashton Corners edit. That works amazingly with Mace Plus, I hope. We'll see how that turns out. I just don't know that area, so it's like hard for me to like know if it's beef cows, dairy cows, what it is. And a lot of that depends on what I do with Maze Plus on it, so. Nice. Yeah, I don't really do a whole lot with maps, to be honest. I have my array that I'm working on, but it's a slow and grueling process just because I don't really enjoy it as much as I do other things, but it's going slowly. So I just don't know all the skills behind it, and when you have a map like Leona, it's easy just to be like, oh well, we'll just play on this map. So that's really what it's come down to for me right now. That is a bump right there now. We'll just drop that there. We'll drop the spikes there because we don't need to take it back with us. Here. Up to the grapple, raise it up just a wee bit. Drive over to make some TMR. I do not really play FS17 anymore. I did when it was out, but I don't really do it anymore, so I just keep up to date with 22, to be honest. Like, sure, there's things I miss, but 22 has more possibilities than 17, at least for me anyway. So there's some people that enjoy 17 a lot, and I get it, but I do wish there was one map from 17 that would come over, and it's South Mountain Creamery. That map was amazing. What's going on, Rainy? I actually am not even live on Discord, to be honest. I'm just chilling on YouTube right now. It's because I mainly just didn't have the patience. 95. We're so close. 90, 96. 94, 94, 94. Darn. Well, we'll just make us... just roll with what we got. I don't know actually how much we need in there. Couple 100 liters of Evening, Charlie. Gosh dang it. Still really annoying that you can't just dump back into the bunker. This will work it pretty much out almost perfectly. Let's make a small batch of TMR for the time being. Bigger barn shouldn't be out of craw. Oh, yeah, they're almost out. Total food capacity is a little low. Get them some. They are kind of the money producing cows, so we'll take this over there. Hopefully at some point by this evening those other bales can be done fermenting and we can roll with that. I really hope we have a fall crop because I'm getting a little worried. Nothing's grown this entire month. Say, should have had to create a new save, but glad it helped. It was strange you had to create a new save. Huh. I still try to make sure like none of my mods like where you have to like restart with anything because I know that's annoying. So I try not to make that happen. So we'll feed these cows. Hay bale over here. Then we'll that's still fair, but I still feel bad though. I hate it when people have to start over on something. I really just don't like it when that happens because you can spend a lot of time on stuff and whenever you have to restart it sucks. So how big is this manure pile back here? Holy crap. Dude, it's getting quite big. That should be interesting. I am doing well, Donald, so just kind of chilling right now, so I have to go pull some more wonderful hay across the map. Hopefully the round bales won't act right. Whee. Also, if you watch any of the other streams where I had the Peterbilt, so hauling this giant load of hay down that those of you at the beginning of the stream saw, kind of was not working quite well, so I took that corner way too shallow. Yeah, I don't know, Charlie. I haven't had anyone had to like restart, so because it just basically it's more or less an XML edit, to be honest. But no, if you guys will like watch that giant load of hay, I was like trying to come down the hill and the truck would just not go anywhere but straight. So we kind of had to get rid of that one and get the good old Kenworth out, because yeah, trying to go down the hill at a odd angle was not having fun. So we'll see how long this takes to stack all this hay. Hopefully not terribly long. Probably gonna, I just replanted it last winter, but we'll see what happens. I honestly don't think Tyson's working on any map right now. I barely see him alive in the Discord, so I don't know. I think he's just busy with everything in life, like a lot of people are. Also, I'm using the square bill forks for round bills, so this should be interesting. So if you ever notice the physics of these 5x6s, they are like on point. Like they don't, sure, if you go really fast and fly around a corner they'll fly off, but like in most senses they are just dead on how bales should be. It's possible to change it, but it's just, yeah, like Mr. Gordy said, it's a little tricky to try to explain. Yeah, I wish grass would die off too, that because I had to stop baling that because the tractor, it would not stop getting caught on the edge of the field, like where the map border is, and every time I'd reach the end I'd have to go drive it myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm not in this bad of shape for hay, so we're just gonna live without it. So that's what we did. So there's probably a good 10 bales there at least. I don't know why that there's so many things that they didn't implement in 22 that they really should have, or at least had an option to where it would like rot the grass and stuff like that. Like, you already have creative mesh working for you. There should be no reason that you can't have that going. Like, that was part of seasons for a reason. I wish they just didn't dumb it down. And honestly, I don't think there's a way to do it, or there would have been a mod out already for it. That's the issue. Because I just physically don't think there's a way that you can actually make the grass die off. Yeah, when it comes to seasons, they really just left a lot behind in 19. Like, seasons is such a joke in 22, to be honest. The only thing it implements basically is crop schedule, pretty much. That is like the only thing it does, which is frustrating because just I wish I could I wish I had enough knowledge on how to make it work. I just don't have it. So I mean, like, I know how to like set up a script to replace an XML value or a XML within game with a new XML, but I don't even know where to start to like start implementing that at. I could probably ask around. Maybe someone's figured it out. But yes, I completely agree. I severely wish that we still had that in 22. I think crossplay is the dumbest thing ever. I really do. Like, PC shouldn't have to stoop down to console level just because, oh hey, I want to play on, I have a PC, or I want to play with my friend that's on a PC. Like, you lose so much crap. So much crap. Like, if I didn't have a PC, I would not play Farming Simulator. Like, I watch people play it on console and it's just a joke. It's just a straight joke. I'm just like, how can you enjoy that? That's one reason why I just don't make a whole lot of things a console, because it's like, hey, go get a PC. Optimization would have been better anyway. So Charlie, that is within the map itself. Once again, that's probably one of those mods that I could probably figure out how to implement, but because like in 19 you had geos, but it's possible because like the one on Leona is different than other ones. Like if you notice, like corn goes into end of January. Normal map does not have that, so it looks fairly simple. I looked at it the other day to get an idea of how to edit it, but mainly because I was trying to see if cross or double cropping was possible in here, which we will find out here before long, because those beans that are still in the dirt fields down there are double cropped, so if they don't show up, then probably not possible to double crop. Or if Large H is watching, he sneaks in here sometimes. But yeah, we got a few fields that we need to do a little maintenance to, so get the grass on the fields plowed under, fertilizer put down, yada yada yada. The fence pack thing, whatever you want to call it, has actually been sent to testing as of like 6 p.m. this evening. So hopefully, generally I give it about a week on testing before I like go make sure everything's set up for it. So hopefully Hopefully it goes through my group testing of flying colors. So I have to fix that on the nodes. I don't know why it's like that. The straps don't actually go through the bales. So I want to figure out what's going on here. Ah, so that's probably the field. Ah, I see, I see. Should not have hit the button. Yeah, somewhere there's like a flag you click on. CPU measure. Oh, well, that's a dumb mistake on my part. Curious to see if it... Pretty sure this just added back on the field. So, where are we at here? Need to like go block this off because that's not, should not be getting farmed. Should not be getting farmed. Whoops. Nope. There. That's the right color. Yeah, it seems somewhat cartoonish. Depends on like what you have running. I wish the loading distance was better though. It is one of my complaints. Is like I have everything on max and the loading distance on foliage still sucks. Yeah, what Donald said was right. You can do it via LUA script. Honestly, it wouldn't be much different than my bale texture mod. Yeah, that depends if it's coming from a mod map or if within the game itself. That's the issue there. It's like a cat with like one eye up high. That's funny looking. We're just gonna here's stack that bale up there. Drop this bale. We're gonna try to get to where we can just load the tractor up on the trailer. Haul the tractor home. One less trip. Certainly doable. Gotta move some wonderful things around. Yeah, that should be, that would almost be like the same thing, like to change when things grow and stuff like that. I need to do more LUA scripts because like you can do a lot with them. I just not that much into the programming side of SS22, and I have not really ever messed around much with those scripts, so I don't know them like the probably as much as I should. I still start in August though. It's nice to hit that fall crop. Come on, Kenworth, you can do it. I believe in you. So we do have to like stop right up here real quick and grab the bale spike from the true bale spike anyway. Just throw it up onto the trailer. Using some good old super strength. And I'll just undo that strap, put it back down, perfect. Ooh, that's a lag. That was strange. If we don't catch any power lines, that won't be good. We should dodge them, I think. We'll see. Oh, I appreciate it, Charlie. So I try to interact because I understand kind of where everyone comes from. You know, you don't. Sure, there's some modders out there that just started and have been known since, but most of us started from a little bit of nothing and worked our way up. We are missing the power lines so far. Yep, we are golden. We are golden. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's some more power lines. Like I said, Charlie, I do appreciate it. So I try to do the best I can on stuff. So sometimes some things just don't go the way I want them to, which is alright. That crap happens. But well, that worked out fairly well, so we'll take the dub on that. Hopefully it's not a pain to unload these bales with the square bale spike on. And hopefully somehow we can fit them all in there. We'll find out, I guess. Well, I don't really do that because, like, the mods I want to make, like, I just don't really want to, like, because then I get worried that, like, crap, if I have something come up, then I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's also a reason I don't really do, that's why Patreon doesn't do testing, because, well, frankly, first, because I couldn't put any mods on the mod hub if I did. Secondly, because, like, I don't want to make false hope, especially with money. So I don't want to. You're good. I just kind of wanted to explain that because I got a lot of messages the last few days like, why is there no testing on your Patreon? So as much as, like, I don't want it to take everything to the mod hub, like, there's a few mods I really do want to take, like the tethers, to the mod hub. Because, like, that's going to be a big thing, like, for people to download. Because I automatically know it. Especially if they're not playing with Maze Plus, so, like, console players to dry hay. But we'll see. Just wish I could have knocked everything out in first try instead of having to, like, rebuild the TD190, but it's okay. But I'm going to try to finish most of the mods up I have going on now before I start anything else, because I don't really have the bandwidth for 5 million different projects again. So I hope Retro is coming out with his. I know he's been working on one, but I don't know if he'll actually ever release it or not. The Peterbilt feed truck. Actually, I think he has like a Peterbilt and a Kenworth version of it. I do have a Freightliner M2 long frame that I got for like $2.50 on a modeling site that I'm gonna try to figure something out to do with. I don't want to waste it because I mean it's a fairly decent model, honestly. Like, it's 2 million-ish polys, so bring that down just a wee bit. But I kind of want to, because the convert over that we have on the box trucks it's rough. And honestly, you see the Freightliner M2s on the farms a lot anyway, just like because they're a cheap truck. Yeah, there's just so well. I have ideas. I just need to get through what I have right now. That might be a project I tried to work on during Christmas break, where I have time to put several hours into it every day. So I want to make a feature. I want to make a coon mixer that's a AR pack pretty much, but we'll see. I'm a big Kenworth guy. Yeah, and internationals are okay. As long as they're not like the new ones with like the weird looking front ends. Those I don't like, but most of them are okay. That's just what we had a lot in the fire service, so. Kind of know them a little bit. Some pack cars on hand. Well, that's a lot of hay put up there. That's, yeah, probably closest 3/4 liters in there, which is fine because I don't know how much we have in the other barn and the stacks outside. It's a lot. I just don't know the numbers. Yeah, the Lone Stars. It's a weird thing. It's really the only truck that I have a problem with, to be honest. Most of them are fairly decent for the most part. Well, at least that's done there now. All the hay is stacked. Guess now... Yeah, it'd be cool to have some older stuff, but sometimes I kind of like to flex some of the new stuff from time to time. Plus, I'm not like a big vehicle modder, so like most of my stuff there's not a whole lot of specs about older stuff like what I do, so. Are any of these bales fermented yet? So close. 99%. What tractor is this? I need to turn off super speed. That's a big earth that should pull. Slurry spreader, I hope. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I try to use some older school stuff, but I'm a big fan of like the late 90s, early to like 2015-ish tractors. That's just what I group around. Let's see here. La 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 la. Trying to decide if I want to go with injectors or just spray. Double jet. Holy cow, that thing is. That's 10 meters. I just never really ever. I guess it doesn't really matter which one you have going. Guess we'll go with just a single. Stick with the Firestones. Tank options. Let's do that. Splash guard. Not too worried about it. As long as this tractor has GPS, we'll be okay. Which I think it does. Most all my tractors have GPS. It does not have GPS. What am I doing? We can go put GPS on it real quick. That's not that big of a deal. I forgot these tanks had their wheel assist steering on them. I don't have Junu's pumper yet, so hopefully we will one of these streams. I just don't have it yet. Be cool to flex that deal. That dude is, the amount of work he put into that is just amazing. Oh, we still gotta sell this old Kenworth anyway. This old Peterbilt. I think because I broke the mud flap on it. So. Adios, Kenworth. I ain't gonna cry because kind of rough towards the end. Perfect. I will just pull this dude right in here. What am I refilling? I'll fuel, which is probably a wise move. I ain't gonna lie. GPS, boom, perfect. Add on another $15,000 to it. Perfect. Now we can go spread some manure. I don't know what field we'll start with first. I think we're gonna hit the hay fields. And we do have some dry manure as well that we can spread at some point. We just have like 100,000 liters of liquid manure, so gate should be open, so this should start filling. Not talk. Da, da, da. Well, that was strange. Just randomly stopped feeling. Okay. What hayfield to go to? We'll probably go. I don't know. Dude, it's heavy though. I will give it that. It's giving every ounce of the tractor it wants. Probably just start up here at this hayfield, I guess. It was fairly decent for the first cutting anyway off of it. So these two grass bales have been sitting here since like the first month of the game. Like I just cut that and just never picked them up, and they just sat there since. Because I kind of forgot bales don't rot anymore, so. Come on, buddy. Shift down a gear, you're in 17th gear. Okay, we will go right here, we'll queue up GPS, Control S, auto width. I think the offset is set right because it is not centered. Control S to show lines is on. Looks fairly dead on. Back here. Run off of a 227, set cardinal, boom. Alt X to lock on GPS, throttle the tractor up to speed. Perfect. We are spreading manure. All that work with is definitely not right, but oh well. It's gonna bug me though. So let's go here and flip her around. Line her up there. Start cruise control. Go power on the PTO shaft. I guess it's lining up right. You can tell by where it's shiny at. At least we'll be able to cover a lot of ground though. That's a plus. So I like spreading this stuff onto the hay because it's not nearly affected by over fertilization than like crops are. So it doesn't like hurt it as bad if you like go over what it should be. Because like it looks like we're like actually putting a little bit less on that last pass. At least that's what it looks like. I could be completely wrong. Little weird colors. That's okay. We should have like 4 loads of this, so we should be able to cover quite a few acres. Which will be nice. It's nice not to have to spend money to put it back into the hayfields. Is it on like an in-game mod hub, or is it a different kind of mod? So weird that it's putting on the same rate, it's just not. of slurry to spread though once we get. Huh. Interesting. That sounds cool at least anyway. That was the majority of that field, I think. There's a thin strip left here. Keep the same track on this field, I guess. Somewhat in the same direction. Dun, 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 dun. So that's what it is. So these don't have the auto. Like it's just set to 80 kilograms nitrogen an acre. Some of the in-game ones have it to where it's set, where it'll change the variable on it anyway. Which is okay. I'm not too worried about it. And we can take a look at the ground if we want right here. Yeah, a little much on the nitrogen, but that's okay. It'll work out well if we pull 2 hay crops off of it. Like I said, I'm not too terribly worried with it being a hay field. Adios, Charlie. Thanks for hopping on, man. Really close on this next pass if we run out or not. It's quite a bit of area we cover though, so I ain't gonna complain. Taking what we pulled out of the ground and putting it back into the ground. So we will call it that. We'll go refill here. No point in starting a new row if we're just gonna run out a little ways into it. So back down the big old hill we go. Excuse me. Definitely still need to actually spread true manure at some point too. Haven't got around to doing that quite yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Load number 2. But this is what y'all have wanted to watch, was spreading manure for the entire stream pretty much. This is also why I don't have the pumping hoses DLC, because that would be stupid to have to run a hose all the way up this hill. I'm just fine hauling it. And there are only 6 of y'all. Y'all kind of died off, I ain't gonna lie. And I just must not be good at doing streams by myself, I guess. Which is okay. To be trying here. Still really does throw these gear transmissions into a loop trying to climb it. Never shift low. It's so annoying. Down to 5. Probably gonna call it if it gets any lower, to be honest. So we'll kick our GPS lines back on, back her up a little bit. Alt X to get our GPS line, cruise control it, and turn on the PTO. And hope this tank should get this field done. Should. We'll see. We We shall see. The current rate that we're putting it on, I would say yes, but we never know. So there's one row done, used 13%. Here, cruise control, engage PTO just for the heck of it. We play music, but I don't have audio control on the website that I'm using it on, so I don't want to play it too loud so y'all can still hear the game. Probably once this tank here gets empty, we will probably go feed cows again because they'll need it. We should have bales fermented at that point, so hopefully we can make a true batch of stuff. But we might call it, I don't know. We'll see. Just the long streams just don't really sit too well on my mentality. Maybe over break, maybe we'll stream. I don't know. Well, I will she be back home for majority of my break. But we'll see. You never know. Once we get down to the interior, we'll switch and finish the other part of the field up. That's not had manure spread on it yet. Oh, wonderful. The bots have arrived. Always what I want to see. Okay, well, hopefully that will. No more bot. Perfect. Always wonderful. Always just wonderful. Is once it hits like 1800, it gets really dark. Really dark. Might be interesting to mix TMR, to be honest. We'll see. Still got quite a few liters of manure to spread here. happened there? That was strange. Yeah, we'll have to run back up to the top part of the field and make a few more passes, it looks like. We will. Once we empty this takeout, we'll call it a night. So I just don't have a whole lot of will to play right now in me. So the post really took off. I'd take a hot minute here because it slowed down how much it's putting out. So that frustrates me with the lights not working. We're up to 8 viewers once we get close to calling it. I see, I see. we don't run into a whole lot of trees over here. I forgot how much of a dog leg this field was. This is just gonna be a pain to spray over here. Out we are. Whoops. Went to hit Alt C. Guys, this looks like this will be the end of this stream anyway, so let's go get some rest this evening. A wonderful week of more tests like usual, so but yeah, so let's go and park this dude right here. So I'm thankful for all y'all that hopped on. There's only 4 of y'all in right now, but do appreciate it big time, guys. Y'all's support really means a lot to me, so I do appreciate it more than you could probably imagine. So with that, I guess we will call this a stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and stay safe.